Everyone on the base thought the quiet woman by the flagpole was just another retired officer's wife. No one knew she could take down a man with her bare hands, until the rookie pointed his rifle at her head. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The afternoon sun blazed across Fort Garrison's training yard, heat shimmering above the asphalt. Recruits were scattered after a long drill, their laughter echoing across the open ground. Then came the argument, sharp, sudden, cutting through the lazy hum of the day. Private Cole, 18, restless, all bravado, stood inches from a woman twice his age. "Move aside, ma'am," he barked, sweat dripping down his neck, but she didn't move. She only stared at him, her calmness like a storm before thunder. "Lower your weapon," she said softly. He didn't. Instead, he raised it. The metallic click of the rifle's safety being released echoed like a warning bell across the yard. Recruits froze. A few sergeants turned their heads, unsure whether to intervene or watch whatever was unfolding. Cole sneered. "What are you gonna do, Grandma? Knit me a sweater?" For a moment, the air stilled. Then, faster than anyone could process, she shifted a single precise motion. The rifle twisted from his grip, and within seconds he was on the ground, face pressed into the dirt, her boot on his wrist. Gasps rippled through the yard. No one laughed now. Her name was Evelyn Grant, a name whispered years ago, in military corridors where legends weren't written down, only told in quiet respect. Special Forces. 2 tours in Afghanistan. The kind of soldier whose stories were never shared in official reports. But Cole didn't know that. He only saw a woman in civilian clothes who didn't seem to belong. "Do you have any idea who you just aimed that rifle at?" Sergeant Miller finally spoke, stepping forward, his voice tight with disbelief. Cole, pale now, shook his head. Evelyn eased her boot off his wrist, but didn't move away. She looked down at him, not with anger, but with something far heavier. "Young man," she said, her tone calm but carrying the weight of command. "A rifle isn't power, it's responsibility. You pointed at someone, you'd better understand what that means." Cole swallowed hard, eyes wide. The crowd had gathered now, a ring of recruits and officers watching in absolute silence. The only sound was the wind scraping dust across the yard. "Why didn't you report me?" he asked quietly, when she finally stepped back. Evelyn smiled faintly. "Because someone once didn't report me, and that saved my life." He didn't understand. Not yet, but later when he sat alone in the mess hall, Sergeant Miller filled in the blanks. How Evelyn Grant had once been a young recruit herself, reckless, overconfident, until a training accident nearly cost her a teammate's life. She'd been given mercy, not punishment, and she'd spent the next 20 years earning it back, one mission at a time. That night, Cole showed up at her quarters, still trembling with shame. "I don't deserve to be here," he said. Evelyn looked at him for a long moment, then opened her palm. Resting there was a small silver pin, worn, scratched, but gleaming in the lamplight. "None of us do," she said. "That's why we fight to be worthy." He took the pin, tears burning in his eyes, and for the first time since arriving at Fort Garrison, he stood at attention not out of fear, but respect. By morning, word had spread. The woman by the flagpole wasn't just a veteran. She was a lesson carved in human form, and no one on that base ever forgot the day a recruit learned what true strength looks like. Because courage isn't about pulling the trigger, it's about knowing when not to. And sometimes, the quietest person in the yard is the one who's already fought every battle you can imagine. Before you scroll, tell me, do you believe people can truly change when shown mercy? Drop your thoughts below, and if you love stories of courage, justice, and redemption, make sure to subscribe for more. This is Relieved Stories, where every silence hides a story waiting to be heard.